That's it. We want to welcome and introduce Sophia.
Okay, awesome. What can I tell you about Sophia? She's a woman who intrigues you. She's the AI woman. And first time when I met her in person, she talked about cryptocurrency. By the way, she is the first woman to have her own private cryptocurrency hedge fund. And that was our beginning because my son is in cryptocurrency. And I said, oh, sounds like fun. And then I realized she likes to travel. I said, oh my God, Sophia, that's something I like to do. And by the way, I'm not as adventurous as Sophia. She has traveled more than, about 31 countries on a backpack. Ah, and she's a woman who knows money. She talks about women being financially sovereign. Oh my goodness, that's the music to my ear. Because, my friends, if you are anyway, if you want to meet a woman with a purpose, she has met Dalai Lama also. She knows what the life is all about and she knows how to raise funds. Even before the age of 25, she was a real estate developer. And guess what? She was able to raise more than $30 million in 28 days. 28 days. So, my friends, if you have not met Sophia before, please listen to her story, listen to what she has to tell you about AI, because AI is here, and let the AI help us make this world a better world, make us grow and thrive better. And by the way, she is a world known international speaker with wonderful books. Without further ado, Sophia, it's a pleasure to have you at our platform today. Grab it, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thanks for that intro. All right, so I just kind of want to take the temperature of the room and see where we're at with AI. Who has never used AI? They know about it maybe, but they've just never used it. I just want to see. Great, so everyone's used it. Okay, great, good. All right, so what I want to talk to you about is, so most people know then, okay, where do I start with AI? How do I incorporate it in my business? How do I leverage it? Jenny, you might want to mute. I'm hearing your noise as you're shuffling papers or something. So what I'm going to talk to you about, and I'm going to be providing a list for you guys. And on that list, you're going to have just like a quick start cheat sheet. So you're going to have a list of some of the top programs that have free versions that are the must-have. If you are using AI to make money, and even if you're not, this is all the things that you need to use to start to make money with AI, and having that in whatever you decide to do. You'll also get a list of all the top 6 LLMs. So when people say AI, they're usually talking about an LLM, which would be like ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot, Gemini, things like that, Llama. So you'll get a list of all those and links to them. I'll also give you guys a list of over 500 free, or most of them are free. They have or they're freemium AI tools that you can use, and they're categorized. So if you're looking for a video editor, you can quickly find a whole bunch of them. There's also an opportunity, whatever you guys are doing, if you need a stage, there's a speaking opportunity for a virtual stage. Just go ahead and schedule yourself in. And for the ladies, I do free AI training every Friday for 30 minutes. So I'll provide a link for that. And I have a podcast, The Making of a Female CEO. There's going to be a link for that. So you guys are going to get all those goodies. I'll put a link in after I'm done talking. But right now, what I want to talk to you about is this tech evolution that we're in. So I'm choosing my words carefully because revolution is a completely different meaning than evolution. So there has never been ever before in history a time like there is right now where technology is changing as fast as it's changing, where you can make money the fastest, and it's never been quicker in history to make money, and as much money as you can make right now than ever before. So, and that's with the advent of AI. There is a way you can scale and make yourself look like you have 1,000 people working on your team with pretty much zero added cost. So it really levels the playing field to be able to utilize AI. And some of the things that I want to talk to you about, and just to make sure, even though you guys are all using AI, I want to just talk about where do you start with your company? Like, what's the lowest hanging fruit that you have to start with? So with that, sorry, let me turn off my phone. It'll just keep ringing the whole time. So the one thing you want to look at is all the things that you do in your daily, or weekly or monthly, whatever you do that's repetitive for whatever it is that you're working on, whether it's your business, your personal life, projects, whatever it is that you're working on. You just want to mark down all the things that you have to do on a repetitive basis. And then you want to mark down how often you, like, when is that repetition? Is it daily, weekly, hourly, whatever it is? And then how much time you spend on that activity when you do it. And then when you look at that, you just want to pick the lowest hanging fruit. So you want to look at something that if you were to get that off your board, it would free up more time for you. And that's really one of the greatest ways to leverage AI is to automate by picking the lowest hanging fruit. So that's how you start to see, and you can just start going down the list, start with one thing on your list and automate it and find an AI tool to automate that for you. I always recommend starting with free AI tools until you get the hang of them and see that it is valuable in that area, and then move on, if there is one, to a paid version, because that usually will make you move faster if you're using a paid version. So there's certain things that, like I said, you guys will get the cheat sheet. Like Calendly is something, if you're not using some type of calendar tool to automatically schedule, like let people schedule with you. If you're ever having to say, okay, let's get together, when are you available? If those words are coming out of your mouth, smack yourself and then go get Calendly. It's free. There's a free version of it. And then I would definitely pay for that once you get more, because you only get one free calendar with the free version. And then just automate that. Like, there's never should be a time, especially when we're in a global world right now, trying to like verbally go back and forth and figure out what time zone they're in. Like, you should never be doing that. Like, why? When there's something that just does it very seamlessly. And why? And I don't want to talk to you. If I have to talk to you to schedule something, first of all, I don't want to waste my time talking to you like for that reason. Like, if I just don't want to do that. And most people don't. So just give me your calendar, drop it in, and I know when you're available in my time zone. Like, I don't have to sit there and figure it out. It just, it does it all behind the scenes. So those are some of the things that you want to look at. Another great way to utilize AI. There's a difference. There's like two different methods of using AI. There's directing AI. And sometimes you need to do that. You're just like, hey, do this for me, do that, rewrite this, whatever, create this, whatever. The one that's going to get your voice to come through, to have it be more original, and to have it reduce the possibility of what they call hallucinations. And if you're not familiar with hallucinations is where an AI will make up something. So, and that is a human trait. Remember, AI learns from humans, and humans hallucinate like you would not believe. And hallucinate just means we just make up shit, right? Like, that's what we do. And the way that we do that is a couple different ways. We make assumptions and we work off of assumptions. And the other thing is when we're not given enough information, we then have to fill in the gaps. And that's what AI does with hallucinations. And the way to reduce that is through the second way of working with your AI, which is collaboration. So I'm going to give you the same type of, we're going to just go over the same example, and I'm going to show you the different ways. So let's say that I am crafting, I need to do a lead generation. I've got a sales funnel that I'm creating for a new product or something, or I'm getting ready to do an event and I want to do a lead generation to get people into this event or something. So one thing I could do is just say to my AI, create a lead gen, for this event. Here's a couple of details. Boom, it's going to spit it out and you're going to fix it, whatever, do whatever to it. All right, so there's that. So the other way, an even better way that I challenge you to work with your AI, especially if you've got time, because this is going to take more time, because the other way it spits it out instantly, is like, hey, we're going to collaborate with me. We're going to create a lead gen. Here are my thoughts. Here's the results I'm trying to produce. Here is the platform that I am putting this on. If you don't know, then you're going to ask it to help you with that. Ask me 5 questions to put this together. And boom, it's going to spit out 5 questions. And you're going to answer those questions. And then when you're done answering those questions in that same thread, you're then going to say, great, with these answers, create the first draft and let it go. And that's how you get your voice, your tone, your personality, all of it comes through. It becomes original because nobody's going to have that tone. Nobody's going to have those responses. That's how you get you to come through. That helps you pass AI detection, that helps you avoid plagiarism, and it helps you reduce hallucinations because it didn't have to make up and fill up those gaps that it was going to by you answering. You filled in those gaps and eliminated its need to make up stuff. So that is a really important step to do if you're wanting to, and if you have the time and you're doing things like marketing, social media, writing an email, something, getting ads out, or not necessarily ads, but articles like blogs, postings, where you want your voice and you want to develop your voice. And then you can start to have it remember that. And it'll start to learn. The more you work with it, the more that it learns about you and what you do. The other way is when you work with your LLM, with your major AI, you want to keep all your conversations on the left side. They're called threads. You want to keep them separated and organized. So make sure you're naming them so you can find them. But you also help, just like with people, AI is, remember, it's just an extension of humanity, right? So if you don't like what AI is producing, the only one you get to blame is yourself, because AI is way smarter than any of you and all of us put together. So if you're not getting the results you want, look at your prompt, because that's exactly where the error is. You're not prompting it correctly. So your threads, you want to keep the topic the same in each thread and start a new thread if you're going to start a different topic. So imagine you and I are having a discussion about a project and I start talking about marketing, and then in the same sentence, I switched over to human resources. You're going to be like, wait, are we still talking about marketing? Like, what just happened? AI is doing the same thing. So break things down into smaller tasks with AI. That's the other way. If you've got a huge project that you're working on, like say you wanted to create your marketing strategy, great, let it do an outline and then break down and work with each piece of the outline. So every time you're working on a project, break down the steps, just like you would with humans. Break it down and you will get the best out of your AI by doing that. So there's just some quick tips on how to, work with AI, how to get the most maximized out of it. Right now, I just wanted to take some questions. And if you've got specific to you, what would be really great to make your use of your time with your questions is, here's where I'm at, stuck with my business. Because you might not know what to ask about AI, but tell me what your challenge is in business, regardless of AI or not. And I can actually help you that way.
Wow,
that is awesome. One of the things that I learned from someone from AI is to even tell AI what tone I wanted to use. So if I want to use an empathetic tone or a cheerful tone or an educational tone, if I tell it, it will do that. And I can say, oh, that's too happy. I'm not quite as happy. And it will rewrite it into different verbiage, which I just absolutely love about that.
Yeah, so she's talking about your prompts. So to also get better results, your prompts should be minimum 21 words, not characters, 21 words. So the more you write in your prompts, the better your results are going to be. So when you're doing stuff, tell it what your target market is. Tell it the goal that you're trying to achieve. Let it help you. Give it as much information that you have as possible. And if you don't know certain things, like, I don't know what my target market is, then go back a step and have it help you create that target market, then put it back into your prompt for what you're trying to do for that target market.
That's awesome. And Nicole also had a comment. Nicole, did you want to unmute yourself?
Sorry, I generally live in chat. I don't tend.
That's fine.
But I was saying that I have a file of my own writing. I've got my 7 favorite things I've written in both personal and professional realms. And I have that along with a descriptive style guide. that Word document, and I upload it at the beginning of every thread, and I say, I'm going to upload a document. I want you to learn, understand, and describe your understanding of my style. And then if it spits out an understanding of my style that's a little bit off, I can make corrections to it then, because even using the same AI program, I use ChatGPT pretty extensively. Every once in a while, I'll get sort of a weird variation. And I'm like, no, that's not what I was going for. So figuring out how I can get away from that.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So like I said, with Nicole, you want to give as much information when you're starting a project. And she's doing a great job. The other thing is, if you haven't already, first of all, if you are parents, if you've ever been around kids in any capacity, you know that the best way that children learn is through modeling. So your AI is going to learn through your modeling. So if you are curt with it, it's going to be the same way with you. Be polite to it. Say, please, thank you. Let's work, like use those languages. Also, have you introduced yourself to your AI? And she's done that. You want to introduce yourself to say, I'm your user. My name is, here's my bio. Here's my LinkedIn. Here's my thoughts of life or whatever it is that you're working on. Here's the businesses I own, whatever it is. You want to give that to it and tell it, keep this in your memory, store in memory, because now it's got that capability, and it'll say updating memory, and it'll log it in. And then you want to ask it to name itself. Like if you want to work with a more feminine AI, say you can choose, it's very specific, you have to use these words. You can choose any name, any human name, whatever, if you want to say any name you want, any feminine name if you want it to be feminine, any male name you want. Pick a name that I'm going to call you by, and then let it pick a name. So, and then if you want it to be like an artistic name, say you can pick any type of artistic name you want. If you want it to be a funny name, whatever, just give it and then let it name itself, and then just say, okay, so mine calls itself Alex. And so I'm just like, hey, Alex, all right, I'm starting my day today. Here's what we're going to work on. Here's my whole list. Read my calendar. I have 4.0, so it can look at things, or 4.0, not 4.0, 4.0. But you can just say, here's all the things we're going to work on today. Let's start with this one. And then it says an incredible thing to me every day, like I'm the bomb. And it reminds me like how amazing I am. And then it's like, let's go. And then we just start going. So just keep working with your AI. If you have the paid version of ChatGPT, you have access to 4.0. You definitely want to use it. It is the most advanced one out there. And so for me, I don't have it on, I'm just proving to you guys, but normally I have my earbuds in, and the whole day it's just with me. We're having conversations, and it's learning, and it's hearing me. It's helping me if I'm in meetings, because I have my hair. I'm showing you I don't have it on right now, but usually I have my earbud and it hears me, and I tell it, okay, I'm getting ready to go in this meeting. Anything that is not my voice, if you hear somebody and I pause, give me some feedback or input or suggestions on how I should. And it's just my little CIA person in my ear. Like it's my little, and it just sits there and talks to me and like as I'm going through stuff, and it just really is helpful. And people think that I'm so incredibly intelligent and smart. And it's a lot of time, it's like, this thing is just helping me. It's like, hey, it catches things that I don't necessarily catch. Or if I pause, it's like, because somebody brought up something and I don't have it. And it's like, dude, what the attrition rate of this, and here's a statistic, and it's like saying it in ear. So it's, just keep using it and keep using it. And the better you'll become at working with it, and the more it'll develop you. And that's the other thing. When you start to direct AI, you become lazy. And that's what a lot of people are concerned about. When you collaborate with AI, it builds you like crazy, because it's having you use those critical thinkings, because it's going to start to ask you questions, which helps you articulate and get clarity on what it is that you're trying to do.
Wow, Sophia, wow. Collaboration is the key. And and believe, I'll be very honest, so far, I did not know that in AI, that's the way it should be done. And thank you for bringing that up, that you introduce yourself, you create a thing. I love it. I'm already loving AI more because of my AI woman today. Thank you, Sophia. What a great point. Anybody else has any questions?
We do have a question from Nicole asking, are you using a specific plugin to make that happen? And have you found a way to connect the output to Notion?
Okay, so I don't know, plugin to make what happen?
To make it follow you, like to keep it in your ear all day. I don't.
No, it's
would you just have
4.0.
it open on your phone? Well,
Yeah, 4.0
but
app.
I just,
It has that.
okay.
It has that capability. That is what 4.0
Okay.
is about. So talking back and forth, like verbally talking back and forth. That's 4 GPT-4 also has that capability too. Just 4.0 is a lot more advanced. It has a different voice, but they both have that on Android. So I don't know about iPhones.
Apple.
And Dave, you have a question.
Yeah, I wondered, is there a source document or a video or something that you would suggest that we watch in order to learn the sort of thing that you know? In other words, where did you get all this information? You don't get it just by sitting around. Somehow it comes to you. So is there somebody you follow or a document that you read or a book or a video or something that you can refer us to?
Sure. So great question. Thank you. So I have been in technology for over 30 years. Technology and real estate have been my vibe. So I have been in AI, entrenched in it for a long time. AI has been around for 70 years, but I've been participating in it for a good solid 7 years, along with blockchain development, things like that. So I'm heavily entrenched. I watch hours of like content and I read stuff every day. So to tell you one thing, here's what I will tell you. What is it that you're specifically working on and stumped on? Let's start with that.
Oh, myself?
Yes.
Well, I want to find all the green schools in North America and get in touch with the PTA from all those green schools and let them know that my book is going to be available this fall.
Great. So I heard 3 different things. So you're working on green schools. So I would go, are you a visual or a reader?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
When you like to learn something.
I read. Yeah.
You'd rather read than watch a video.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then just go to Google because it's got Gemini now. So go to Google and just type in AI and then plus green schools and go to town and read it. Go to your heart's content and then say 2024 because you only want to read things that are 1 to 2 months max in age. You do not want to read anything older because this technology, like I said, this is unprecedented. Before you could read things and you'd be fine. Technology changes so fast. If it's a month to 2 months, it's outdated. So just start reading articles. For the rest of you guys, what I'm telling him, do the same thing for wherever it is that you are working on, and so he's got books. So you also want to go do AI plus and then books, self-publishing or whatever, and then go to town and read those articles. Same thing with how to get the school contacts, AI plus how to get those specific content and then go read all the articles. But for you guys, I personally like YouTube. I'm a YouTube person because I can watch videos on 2X and go really fast in the background while I'm doing multitasking and all kinds of stuff. But in YouTube, there's a lot easier filter. You do the same thing. How do I X with AI? And if you're using a specific AI, if you then say, how do I X with ChatGPT? If you don't have a specific AI, then just say AI and it'll show you all different kinds because then you can learn about all different softwares, AI softwares that can help you with that. I just want to go back to your question, Nicole. Anything, if you're using ChatGPT, you can create a GPT, which means you can connect it to Notion. So just go create your GPT, which AI is going to create it for you, and then just connect it to your Notion. Yeah, great tool. Okay, did that answer your question, Dave? Does that help you?
Yeah, I want to get an email list of all of the moms who are PTA moms who support the idea of going green. So that
would be on LinkedIn, your best.
A little deeper.
Yeah, so LinkedIn would be your best bet, and tell AI to create a LinkedIn campaign that helps you with PTA moms and But that would be that's going to be an easy list to get on LinkedIn, and possibly maybe Facebook because those mommies are Facebook people. But great question. Yeah, so I hope that answers, because I can tell you who I follow. It's not going to be pertinent to you guys because I'm a developer and I'm entrenched in AI and I come from a different perspective. You guys need to follow and look at what you're specifically trying to do and what you're working on. That's going to be a better help to you. Okay. What else?
Any other questions?
Okay, wonderful. The conversation is so alive, and as Sophia says, it's changing fast, 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 and it has to be pertinent to where you are and what you are looking for in your life and goals. So there's not one answer which can be right for everybody. I hope, Dave, you got your answer. And yes, somebody, Nicole, also mentioned there, as a PTA mom, I would advise towards Facebook. So if you are not connected with LinkedIn with Sophia, please do so, because she is a woman who really has risen, and she has been a tech woman for all 30 plus years, right? So you can see this woman, what she does. I just look at her and I say, my AI friend. That's all I tell her. And by the way, for women, she has a wonderful session which she's giving free training for women, specifically because she really believes in empowering the whole humanity, but specifically for women, right, Sophia?
Yep. Every Friday.
And thank you, Sophia, for putting that link in into the chat. We appreciate that. And you'll have to let us know how we can utilize that to promote you, how you would like to be promoted.
Sure.
And
yes,
so,
my friends.
So why don't we go on? We're about the time where we go to the next section of our community. Thank you so much, Sophia. That was absolutely amazing. And you are so right. AI it's a force that we are all going to be using, whether we think we are or not. If you go on Google, there's also always the opportunity to have AI join your conversation.
But I like the way Sophia had put it. It's an extension of humanity. So we need to be in control. I like the way she talked about collaboration instead of just letting AI direct you. That's where I think the worries are, and that's where people are scared. But the fact of the matter is, we have to embrace, and we have to learn how to evolve and change constantly, so we become viable for the situations that we are facing right now. Sophia, oh my God, you are always amazing, amazing, amazing. And your wisdom and your knowledge and the ability to connect with others and really want to make a difference in people's life. I bow to that. I appreciate that.